Welcome to BEYA Leading Voices. This engaging forum of BEYA's Leading Voices features groundbreaking discoveries, new research at the nation's historically black colleges and universities, HBCUs, and winners of the HBCU STEM Innovation Awards. Game-changing innovators at HBCUs are recognized each year at the annual BEYA STEM Conference. And now, BEYA Leading Voices.
Please welcome to the stage, William Kip Ward.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, I look out and I see we thinned out a little bit, but that's okay, because those of you who will remain have been witness to an entire evening so far of folks being recognized for all they've done as they worked in such collegial ways, but also in ways of indicating what we need to do as we move ahead in the future. Now, this is a tech talk, and I'm a soldier, but I know how to lead tech folks. Seriously, when I was asked to be a part of this evening, I said, well, what's a tech talk? And they said, well, you know, you've been a TED Talk guy, and I did a TED Talk several years ago, so we'll do the same thing. So I asked Tony, I said, Tony, now last time around, I kept on looking to the side, and there was someone that says, time. That won't be happening tonight. Well, she said, don't worry about that, take as much time as you want. So sit back, relax, and you're in for a treat. Seriously, effective leadership, building teams for success in complex and technical environments. You know, as I think about what that is and what that means, having been a soldier for over 40 years, wearing the cloth of our nation, my culminating assignment was standing up the United States Africa Command as its inaugural commander. That'd never been done before. You know, standing up a combatant command, no blueprint, no book to read, no text to go to. I couldn't go to my old chemistry professor or my old biology professor or my old physics professor, but by the way, he was glad when he didn't see me anymore, to say, how do we do this? And so as I thought about what it meant to stand up this command, things that had become so second nature in some respect flooded back to me. What is it that leaders do in complex technical environments? How do they cause success to be realized and known by that organization, that entity that they have been charged to lead? These are not things that are so foreign that only 1, 2, 3, a dozen folks have the corner on. So as I look out at this audience, I see leaders here. I see leaders who have led and been successful at it. I see leaders who are maturing into that role. So I'm not going to talk to you about what is a leader. Is a leader grown? Is a leader made? Are you a born leader? The answer is all the above. Because a leader is a person who, by what she is, by what she does, to motivate, to energize, to have a vision such that those who are part of that team understand it, will achieve success for whatever purpose that was designed by the organization. Now, as we look at the various components of leadership, and again, there's a laundry list. You go from the Peter Drucker School of Business to what some famous military leader did, to what some famous business tycoon did as she stood up here, Enterprise. There are lists of things that you do, and you take that list and you put it to the side. Okay, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Don't worry about that. There are only a very few things that you need to recall to be a good leader. Only a very few things. And number one, every member of your team is essential and important to its success. It matters not what function they have. Now, as I listened to this evening, and I was really impressed. I mean, from talking about stress, and in fact, I don't get stress, I give stress, by the way. No, not really. But you have to know and understand your people, and that each member of that team is important. Leaders don't demand respect. Leaders give respect, and in giving that respect, you receive it in return. Leaders don't ask their people to do anything that they themselves wouldn't do. Now, quick story. When I retired from my 40 years of the military, I did what a lot of retired generals do when we became consultants and we do various things. And I joined one of the companies that I was doing some work for. After about 4 months, the owner of the company came to me and said, "General, my board of advisors have indicated to me that I need to approach you and ask you, would you consider being our president?" Now, I'm an infantryman. As a youngster, I commanded the platoons, companies, battalions, brigade, a division. I was a 3-star NATO commander with 24 different nations represented in my command. I stood up a combatant command, a joint organization, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, civilian. You heard Angela talk to the composition of it. Interagency, Departments of State, Treasury, U.S. Agency of International Development, Commerce, Department of Agriculture. And so this company that I joined was an engineering company. And one of my former colleagues came to me and said, "Sir, you're not an engineer. What do you know about being president of an engineering company?" I said, "Well, I know how to make those scientists do what they're supposed to do and make them such that they're having fun doing it and they're enjoying doing it and they're working together as a team to be successful at doing it, not for themselves but for the sake of their teammate." And you do that as you get to know who your people are. You spend time with them. They know that you respect what they do. You value what they do. You listen to them. Because as you formulate the things that you do, it's being considered with respect to all that you've received from those who comprise that team. You know, your vision as a leader reflects that entirety. Now you go to it in a way that makes what you see as the future relevant to them now and what they're doing today. They may not see it in that term, but that's your role as a leader. And as I see what's represented here at BEYA, from students who are in your various stages of education at the undergraduate level, graduate level, to the professionals of the workforce who have done things, have made contributions, and are making contributions. I liked what I heard about prostate cancer because it's clearly something that we as men have we think about it a lot. And so those are the sorts of things that we pay attention to. And the fact that there's some team, and I also appreciate the fact that there were several recognitions of the fact that, hey, this was a part of a team. That some team is working on those things that are important to our success in the future. Be it in the sphere of our biofuels, our environment, important. And so as a soldier, all of that comes to play. And so as we build that command, as we stood it up, as we assembled a diverse group of folk, how do you coalesce that energy, that excitement, such that you're all marching towards a common objective in this complex organization, such that as it moves to its goal attainment, it's where we all want it to be. So those are the things that leaders do. We're not the smartest in the group. We're not the most proficient across the entire panoply of activities. I was once told somebody, if I knew your job, then I wouldn't need you. So I don't know you, but I need you to do it. I know enough about it to know what it is you need to do, and leaders understand that. Sometimes leaders make mistakes, and you need to admit to that. as a young battalion commander, lieutenant colonel, the Joint Readiness Training Center. You go there and you go through these big exercises, and sometimes things don't go the way you want them to go. So the leader acknowledges his or her failings, shortcomings, makes a course direction, change, and you move forward. You motivate, you show concern in a way that those with whom you are working know that you truly care. You respect them for what they bring to the team. You give them credit for the success of the team. And all win. Importantly, you understand what they're doing from their perspective and not yours. Being a leader is fun, it's work, but when it comes together, nothing more rewarding. And in a complex and technical organization, the gratification is so real because of what you're doing for your fellow human beings. So each leader here, continue to be a great leader. The aspiring leaders, you got it in front of you. Make it happen, Hot Rod. And I'm looking at you there, buddy. I see you. There you go. There you go. It's great being here. As a BEYA alum, this occasion so meaningful. Take advantage of it. Understand what you can contribute to it and add to it. Do not take counsel of your fears. Move out. Drive on and be success. And you too will come up here. Where'd all the trophies go? They're all gone. You'll have one too. Thanks very much.
Thank you for joining us for this video presentation of BEYA Leading Voices. This program was recorded at the 2019 BEYA STEM Conference held at the Marriott Boardman Park in Washington, D.C. For more on BEYA's Leading Voices, please subscribe to U.S. Black Engineer and IT Magazine or visit www.blackengineer.com. To learn about the BEYA STEM Conference, visit www.beya.org.